There's different parts I can tell. I'm going to focus a little bit on my trajectory and timeline as a coach. So these are kind of some of my before pictures. With Beachbody, I've been able to lose and keep off about 60 pounds. And it's completely changed my life. Thanks. It's completely changed my life. And so I started my fitness journey by finding a program on Amazon. I know, but I didn't want to pay for it. I was like, all right, Turbo Jam, 20 bucks, I got you. And so then I wanted something more. And so then I found my second program, which was Chalene Extreme. And I bought it on Amazon. And you know what? I wanted support. So I went to teambeachbody.com. I was all in the forums, right? I signed up for an account, which meant that I was a lead, right? And guess what? Nobody contacted me. So that's my plug to talk to your leads. People sign up for a free account because they want help. And if you're not reaching out to them and doing your best to do that, you're kind of letting them down. And I even found people I wanted to be my coach on the message boards, and I wrote to someone and I said, oh my God, you're beautiful, I need you to be my coach. And she never got back to me. And I was like, well, I'm good. Yeah, I know, right? And I was like, well, I'm determined to be successful. So I went to YouTube, and that's what motivates me, videos. So I found all these success stories, and that's where I found my coach Hillary on YouTube. And I just connected with her. And so then I stalked her on Facebook for about 4 months before I spoke to her. I didn't say a word to her, and I just watched. And you know right now, like, there is someone out there who's just watching you. So think about that as well. And finally, I talked to her a little bit about Shakeology. She told me about a group, and I was like, I'm not going to spend money on that. And it was because, now I can realize it, I didn't think I was worth it. I had failed. I'd done every diet pill or program and Weight Watch. I'd done everything. And I'd failed. And I just thought of myself as a failure. And I was like, why spend money on something and fail again? Like, this is crazy. And so I took a trip out of the country and volunteered for a month. And when I came back, I realized a lot of things. And one of those was that I'm worth it. And I need to start thinking I'm worth it so that I can live a better life. And so I said, all right, I'll do your challenge group thing. Let me do it. And so I did Turbo Fire. You can tell I like Chalene, right? So I did Turbo Fire. And about a month into the group, I was at the grocery store. I was trying to buy groceries. And I was like, oh, I don't have any money. I guess the Shakeology's got to go. Because I was like queen of overdraft. I never balanced a bank, like my checkbook. My poor husband is like, you were a mess. And I said to Hillary, like, if you got to kick me out of your group, if that's how it works, because I'm not doing Shakeology, I understand. And she said to me, well, you ever thought about being a coach? And the truth was, I had. People had asked me all the time about my weight loss, and I helped them for free because I loved it. And so her asking me was kind of that confidence that I didn't have in myself. And I was like, you know what, all right, I can do this. And so that was August. So I started a group in July. So August of 2012, I joined as a coach. And I was just for the discount. My husband, he had lost 50 pounds with P90X. He signed up as a coach too because that's what she told me to do, and I'm really compliant, so I was like, all right. So if your coach tells you to do something, you should do it. I got a discount on Shakeology because we were both getting it. I didn't do anything. I was a teacher. I loved teaching. I want to be a teacher since 2nd grade. It was my life. It was all I did. I work at a really high-performing charter school, so I was at school. Kids went to school 8 to 5. I was there 6 to 7 every day. I worked 60 hours a week. I was, trying to do all these things for other people, and then in March or April, she said to me, you should be an Emerald. Like, you could start to help other people get leads and actually coach. And I said, okay. And so I asked my friend, and she's like, all right, I'll sign up as a coach for a discount. And so I became an Emerald. And I was like, all right, let me keep doing this. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to this Summit thing. I keep hearing about Summit. I'm going to go. And me and my husband went together to Summit, and it was life-changing. So if you've never been, I really encourage you to sign up. We got, seeing coaches on stage doing amazing things, feeling the positivity, meeting people who are positive, because honestly, I had not had positive people in my life. My friends weren't very positive. They, the people around me weren't very positive, and I wasn't very positive. And so when I left that summit, I said to him, I think I want to do this for real. I think I want to do this. He's like, no, you're a teacher. And I was like, I understand that. But I have really bad anxiety, and it was really high. And I found myself crying, like, every day on the way to work, feeling like I am giving so much to everybody else. What about me? What about me? Instead of working for other people, I want to work for myself and help others. I can do it all, can I? Can I figure it all out? And so, and it was really tough. My school that I taught was really small. I was really close with all of my students in my family. In that January, I said to my principal that I was going to quit. And he was like, are you sure? Like, we'll do anything. He offered me part-time, like, as a teacher. He was like, you could work from home someday. Like, I was like, what? Like, you could do anything. And I had the dream teaching job, in my opinion. And I said, I need to focus on me and my family. And I put those steps in place. I figured out how much I needed to make. I figured out how many challenge packs I needed to sell. And we figured it out. And I am proud to say, June 2014, I retired at 30 as a teacher. And I'm it's really given me the courage to step out. I got the Financial Fitness Award last year at Summit for paying off all our credit card debt and more. We paid off at least $70,000 in the past year and a half. We paid for our wedding in cash with Beachbody, and I now have a team that is just, my team's here and they're amazing. And I went to Summit by myself last year. I had nobody who went with me. And when I left Summit, I had 12 coaches already signed up, and we have 15 of us who are going this year, and it's incredible. And so what I'm going to share with you is how to talk to people once you get to the point where you're like, I don't know who to talk to anymore. So, you can go to the next slide. Put your hand up. Have you ever thought this, I don't have anyone to invite. I've invited everybody I know. Or have you ever had a coach of yours tell you, I'm doing invites, I just don't know who to invite anymore. Put your hands up, let's be real, right? Okay, it happens to all of us, because when you go, you can go to the next one. When you go, you think of your warm market, right? And I'm gonna kind of go over real quick. Warm market, those are the people you already know. Your lukewarm market, those are people you meet through a friend, your referrals, and cold market are people you don't know at all. And I'm sure we've all kind of heard this. And sometimes we think, I don't have anyone to invite because I don't know anybody. But the thing is, 2/3 of our country is overweight or obese. And you could walk out there right now, they're doing some sort of health sports thing out there, right? And I guarantee there's someone out there that could be healthier. And one thing that changed for me was we were running a clean eating group. We do it once a month as a team, because that's one way I train up some of my new coaches, and we build team spirit together. And I looked at my list and I thought, wow, there are 30 people that I invited that I have in this group, and 25 of them, I don't know how I met them. And I said to my husband, I think I'm doing it. I think I'm meeting people. How the heck did this actually happen, right? And there comes a point where you're like, wait a minute, I have many of my coaches who I don't know. One of my coaches today I met for the first time here at Super Saturday. She drove down, and that's a cool feeling to know that you're getting to reach out. And I'm gonna share some tips. And so one thing I'll say is, you don't have to do them all, right? I know you come out of this and you're like, oh my God, there's all these things I have to do, and you feel really overwhelmed. Pick the ones that work for you. Pick the ones that fit. But if you want to do them all the things I'm going to share with you today, I could, if I'm focused, can do in 30 minutes a day. I talk really fast, so if you're unable to get a picture or anything, you can send me a message on Facebook, and I'll send you the PowerPoint doc as well. So the first thing I just want to say also is the confidence that I got. In the beginning, when I was trying to find new coaches and new customers, I was begging people. I was like, please do this, it'll help me out. Please, this would be great, because I didn't believe in myself. And I started signing coaches and customers in my groups that weren't for me. They didn't fit my avatar. They weren't my target market. And what happened is a lot of them quit. A lot of them weren't successful in my groups. And guess what that made me feel? Like I was a failure. What am I doing wrong as a coach that this person, I'm not connecting with them? And when I started to say, you know what? People are fortunate to be in my groups. I'm offering good things. I know what I'm doing, even though in my head I'm going, I don't know what I'm doing, right? I'm telling myself these things that help. So when you're talking to people on your Facebook, social media, whatever you use, don't feel like you have to talk to Facebook. Hey, Facebook, what's up? Who's Facebook, right? Talk to people. I, started to try to recruit everybody at once, and then I realized, I recruit almost all my customers are 21-day fixed customers. Almost all of them are women my age, and when I narrowed it down like that, it really helped me. So think about who you're really speaking to. Don't feel like you have to speak to everyone, because the people that are meant to be in your groups and meant to be your coaches, they're going to be. And the people that you don't click with, that's okay. Hopefully that you can point them to a coach that'll help them. I mean, I'm not saying don't help people, right? But I'm also saying target when you're posting. Because when you put out a post like, hey Facebook, I'm doing a challenge group, I just want to see if you're interested, someone who reads that says they're just looking for anyone to fill their quota, right? And you write down, I have 10 spots left. Lies, you all know you have tons of spots left, right? And so, and people know that. They know it. It comes across salesy. So if you can find someone you can connect with, you're going to better help them in their journey. There are some people I might not understand their journey, and that's okay. And I'll tell you now, I'm in identity crisis land because I'm not a teacher anymore. I was a vegetarian for 9 years, and I eat meat as of last month. My life is upside down, so I don't even know my target market anymore, but I'm trying to figure it out. But work to do that. So the biggest thing that's helped me is referrals. So whenever I run a group, especially my free groups that I run, I ask for referrals, and I offer an incentive. And so I'll say, if you have a friend that wants to join our free group, have them send me a request, I'll get them in the group, and I'm gonna put your name in a raffle. And what I do is I put all those names in a raffle I call them the Beachbody prize packs, right? People don't care what it is, like a P90X bar, Shakeology, it could be anything. People love to win things. And what has happened since I started to do that is people share my statuses, they share the posts from the page. Oh my God, I'm working with this girl, Cara, she's gonna be offering some free tips, join so I can win this prize. And I did that in one of my groups, and I literally got 25 new contacts in one day just because I was offering one person a P90X bar. So think about how you can ask people for them. And what I also do around day like 17 in my group is in any of my like paid challenge groups, I always say, you know, is there someone that you've motivated so far in your journey? Because I run a lot of 21, 30-day ones for the 21-day fix. You know, is there someone that you can think of that you can help? Put their name down here and maybe talk to them and see if they want to join you next month. And so then what happens is people will be like, oh, I found this person, they want to join next month. And I'll say, that's awesome. Did you want to sign them up, you know, so you could start maybe helping and coaching them and make the money, or just let me have it? And people are like, I want them, what? I want that money. Okay, cool. And it's a really easy transition to getting my challengers to become coaches. So the thing I also do every day, and literally it takes me 5-7 minutes maybe, is I go into like pages that fit my target market. So I'm very big on budgeting and finances, and so I go into a lot of those like penny pincher, like couponing websites, and I kind of scroll through and I look at the posts and I see who's interacted, and I go to their page really quick, I see if we have anything in common, and I shoot them a message. Hey, you know, it's nice to meet you. I found you on the Money Saving Mom like page, and I wanted to say hi. I'm also a new stepmom and I'm trying to save money. I just loved connecting with people. How old are your kids? Hope to hear from you soon. And I use that and I send it to maybe like 10 people every single day. What happens is though it goes to their other folder, right? That dreaded other folder that sucks it in. Now here's what I don't do. I don't send them a friend request. That's creepy. I don't know you. But what I do is I wait. And I guarantee that within anywhere from 3 weeks to 2 months, they send me a message back. And the first thing they say, oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't respond to you. I'm like, yeah, you should be. You should have gotten back to me earlier, right? No, but they apologized to me because they didn't get back to me, which is insane to me. Like, it's just them being polite. And so that starts the conversation. And I form them for maybe like a week or two. And as I still don't send them a friend request, right? Like, I'm a little afraid. I've been in Facebook jail and I don't want to get there again. So I'm a little conservative about friend requests. But then eventually, once I feel like we have a good relationship, I'll send them the request, or you know, I'll ask them to send me one, and then I add them to my contact list. And I would say like 7 of my challengers. I have a group right now that's going, so 21-day fix. There's like 30 of us, and 7 of them are people I've met this way, and they were just people I met months ago. Now here's the thing you have to understand. So my team, we're really big on the compound effect, and so if you've never read the compound effect, put it on your list or listen to it again. We talk about it all the time because the people you talk to today, they're not going to message me for a month. They're probably not going to be a challenger for 2 months, but you have to be patient. And that was one of my lessons I learned in coaching, that the people you talk to today, the invites you send today, they're your challengers in a couple months. I talked to my coach for 4 months before talking to her, right? And so you have to understand that and be patient.
Do you have your own, do you have your own like page too? Or just
yeah, I'm going to talk about my like page in a second. So this I do from my personal page. Now, on my like page, so I have my like page, Coaching with Cara. That's just kind of my my Instagram, my Facebook, my brand. And what I do every day also is I go into a like page. So at the top right hand of your like page, and if you don't have a like page, I'm going to push you to create one. I created one last October, and I'm glad I did because it gave me more legitimacy in my business. It also helped that now that Facebook's all funky with what they're doing, I feel like I'm really cognizant about what I post. And I think, is this something that my dad would care about? No, not really. All right, well, I'm going to put that on my business page. And if it's something you would, I'd probably put it more on my personal page. And so on the top right, it'll say how many new likes you have. And you can kind of hover over it. It tells you when they liked you. So what I do is I go to that every day. I get maybe between 2 and 10 likes. I was running an ad campaign for likes for a while, but I stopped that because I've gotten it up in like a year to like 2,000 likes. So it's a pretty decent size. So I stopped doing that. And I just say a message. Hey, thanks for liking my page, Coaching with Cara. Are you in a health and fitness journey too? Hope to talk to you soon. And I just reach out to them to let them know. And I've had someone who messaged me back. We talked for a while, and she's thinking about signing up as a coach. And she said, thank you for reaching out to me. I have a coach now. I was assigned when I bought something. And you've talked to me more in the past week than that coach has talked to me in the past 6 months. And, you know, and I appreciated that. I also just scan real quick through. Anyone made comments or likes, and you can click the likes and you can invite them to your page if you haven't, if you guys don't know how to do this. And I just comment back. You want to engage with the people on your like page. I also link my Instagram to my like page, and I'll talk a little bit about Instagram. I'm gonna skip and talk a little about Instagram right now. So the other thing I do on my Instagram is in my profile, I keep a link to whatever I'm offering at the time. So if it's my like page, it's right up there. If it is a challenge group I'm running or a freemium that I'm gonna talk about in a second, and I always direct people to go to that link. You wanna learn more, go to this link. Oh, you know, you want a friend request me, go to this link. And I just go to bit.ly.com, I make it shorter so it fits. Also on Instagram, the one thing I learned on a podcast I was listening to, it's really good. If you guys don't have the podcast app, download it. It is like gold. One of my favorites is Social Media Marketing Happy Hour. It's 15-minute long, quick tips. And they said that a suggestion you can do is if I get a new follower on Instagram, what I do is I then send them a direct message on Instagram, and I just made a 15-second video. Hey, thanks for following me. I'd love to follow you on your health and fitness journey too. If you want any more tips, just click the link up in my profile or get back to me. Now, maybe they didn't follow me because they wanted health and fitness tips, but I'm gonna put out there that I help them with that. Now, to some people, that might come across as like salesy and they'll unfollow me. That's okay. Other people get back to me and are like, yes, I would love to talk to you. Thanks for reaching out. And so I got over my fear of what other people think about me and the hopes that someone will reach out to me. You know, yeah, and you have to. Like here's the thing I feel about like Shakeology and Beachbody. What we have to offer is amazing, right? It can save someone's life. I know it saved mine, you know? And I was waiting for someone to help me. And I feel selfish when I don't share what we have with someone because I'm afraid of what they're gonna think of me. I don't care what you think about me. Can I help save your life? Or do you know someone I can save theirs? And like that's how you really have to think about it. And really just get over the fear of what other people are gonna think. Because guess what? You're gonna have haters. People are not gonna approve. Your family might not approve. Your friends are gonna, my friends right now, one of my best friends said to me, like, I don't like, you know, I liked you when you were heavier. Like, I don't know, I liked old Cara. And I was like, well, guess what? I didn't. Like, so, you know what? If you're not ready to move with me, then sorry. Sorry, I'm so boxing right now. But that's just one way I've done it on Instagram. And even today, I've gotten 5 people from my Instagram to join my free clean eating challenge. And so that is awesome. The other thing I'll say is I do a lot of Google surveys. So if you don't know how to use Google Docs, it's a great tool. And I made it an application. It was really simple: name, email, why you want to join this 5-day clean eating challenge, am I your coach, or are you interested in Shakeology? And I put that link in my bio on my Instagram. And so I said, hey, if you want to join, just simply fill out the link in my bio and I'll get back to you. And now I think, but I wanted to add a link that says, what's your Facebook URL? Because I realized that those people then just give me their email, not their Facebook URL. So failing forward, I learned that this morning. But I woke up today to check it, and I had 5 new people from Instagram who said they wanted to join my challenge. So, you know, put it out there. The last tip I kind of want to give on this slide is just to give more to people. What do you have to offer? And what can you give? And I know in the beginning I was like, I don't have anything to offer. Like, who would listen to me? I don't know. But we take for granted what we know. We take for granted. I gave someone a really simple tip, and they were like, oh my God, that's crazy. And I was like, what? Like, you just wake up a little earlier. I don't know. Like, I didn't know what to say, but we really take for granted. And so for me, like, my niche is really like saving money. And like I said, our team's doing this clean eating thing, and one of my coaches, Heather, actually, who was up here before, came up with this how to eat clean on 5 days on $50, and gave them like a thing where you could bring it to Walmart to price match it, like really cheap. And that's awesome, right? We're giving people free things, and you do that now so that people want to come to you. I made a PDF last month, and I gave it out to people, 6 tips for eating healthy on a budget, and all I asked was their email. I didn't even have them sign up for a Beachbody account because I felt like that was coming across a little bit more salesy than I would have liked. And so that's why I've kind of gone to Google Docs, because I'm like, well, at least I get your email. I can still talk to you, and then if you're ready to sign up for an account, you're ready, but I want more than that. I want to give you more things. So think about what you can offer. If you know about training your dog, teach people how to do that. Like, people want to know that sort of thing. So I'm really big on organization. And so what I'll say, if you've never made a contact list, like a general contact list, that is your next step. It's a little cumbersome. Mine, for example, it's on Excel, and I have a Facebook, an Instagram, a phone contacts, and an invite tab. You can export your Facebook contacts to Excel. I didn't know that. So you know what I did? I typed them all. I know. Which is why I'm glad I can give my coaches tips now so they don't have to repeat that. But you can export it. And what I do is when I invite someone to any opportunity, I just highlight their name. And what this visually does for me is that next day when I go back and I have to look at, I have to send my 10 invites or whatever I'm sending, I can't trick myself into saying, I don't have anybody to invite, because I can visibly see who I've invited and who I haven't. And I can see, look at these 10 people. I haven't invited them. Why? Maybe I don't have anything right now to fit their need. Maybe I haven't talked to them, and I can reach out and just start to form the conversation. The other thing I want to say is this general health group has saved my life with running 1 million groups. So what I do is after a challenge group ends, I've created, it's just called Coaching with Cara's Health Locker Room. And I tell anyone who's in it, if you're not ready to join our next challenge, I want to still support you, can I add you to this group? And it's just a basic group. I've got 300 people in it right now. And every day I post the same things. Motivation Monday, Tone Up Tuesday, Water Wednesday, really basic. And a lot of times it's me talking to me. I have like 2 or 3 people that engage in it. But here's why it helps. I have one group that I really need to check into with my extra things. When I do those free squat challenge or plank challenges that we all do, I don't have to create 100 of them. I host it in this group. And so I'm not creating a new group. What I'm doing is going, all right, I'm going to add you in this group. And then I get my participants who might have been challengers who fell off a little bit. Okay, maybe I want to do this. And they'll start to participate in the push-up challenge that we're doing. And then I get to add more people into this group to be a part of my community and to be following me. And then when I want to invite to a challenge group, I don't have to blast my Facebook. My people are in one group already. And they're people who've already been my challengers, so I can just kind of talk to them specifically about it. And it's helped me be really organized. You just have to understand, you're probably gonna talk to yourself for a while, but it's cool. I mean, maybe you'll give some good value to yourself. But the other thing that's cool about that is when I have the people who do post, those are the people I notice who would be great coaches. And so I keep a list of those people too. And again, once you've made your contact list, I update mine every day. So I have an app that tells me who's followed me or unfollowed me on Instagram. So I just update it every day really quickly so that it doesn't become overwhelming and cumbersome. And then I'm just going to add again as a lead.
What's the app?
I'll look it up in a second. It's on my phone. Because it's a free one too. So I'll look it up. Your leads. Don't forget about them. Don't leave them hanging. One thing I also do with my leads, and I have a lot of leads that never talk to me. They don't want to, and that's what happens. But what happened to me during my last clean eating challenge was I text every single one of them, not the ones on the do not contact list, but like I text them all and I just said, hey, I'm running this free group because I'm not trying to, like the lead, I think sometimes leads think we're trying to sell them something, right? And so, hey, I'm running this free group on Facebook. If you're interested in joining up, would you want to join up to do it? And I had like 4 or 5 of my leads who've never talked to me say they would love to. And we connected, and I even had one person say to me, I love clean eating, I'd love to learn. 5 seconds later, but you have the wrong number. And I was like, what? And then I met someone random, so I was like, new strategy? Just text people pretending I know you. But don't forget about them, try to find, their, what they want. I think that was the last one. But just everything they've said today, find something you can give to someone and give it to them. Don't be afraid to step out there and talk to people, because if you let yourself hold you back, then you're getting in the way of someone else's journey. So, get over your ego on that. I'm gonna look up, that was all I had. I'm gonna look up that app really quickly though. But thank you. If you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook. Sorry, hold on. The app is called, I think it's just called Followers. Yeah, I think I paid $1 to, you can click someone and then go directly to their Instagram, and I was just too lazy to reload my Instagram, so I paid $1 for that feature. But I can see today that I've already had 7 new followers from yesterday, and it tells me who they are and I can see their profile.
So it's called Followers?
Yeah, I'll look it up and see if that's what it looks like it's called.
What's your Facebook like?
My like page is Coaching with Cara.
What was it called again?
Followers.